Hello, Aries. Welcome to your monthly reading for February 2026. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yep, we're going to jump right in. Aries, if you are new to my channel, I'm going to give you your astrological overview. Then I'll do your full Celtic cross spread. Then we'll break it down week by week by week. We'll pull more cards. We'll talk about more aspects. And then the second spread. Aries, we are here. I'm starting with you. This is your month. This is going to be a big month for you. Okay. We're at the gateway, right? For our brand new era. The birth of the new world, your new world is happening right here in February. It's a pivotal month. It's going to help define the future of the 21st century. January, remember, it was the cracking of the egg. February is your first breath in your new reality, okay? Or gasp or scream or cheer, whatever it is, you do you, all right? But get excited because you made it to the Saturn-Neptune conjunction at 0 degrees, right on the world axis, okay? The creator degree in your sign. This is, as you know, an aspect that hasn't happened in modern human history. That's thousands and thousands of years, meaning we're the first to experience this reality shift, this frequency shift. And what makes this so rare, all right, is the orbit of these planets, allowing them to precisely align at this extremely narrow window for an exact conjunction. 0 degrees Aries, the very first degree and the very first sign in the zodiac, the beginning of the beginning. This is the great reset, the great collapse, the great awakening. And February, it's not really a month, it's your last glance back at your old world as you truly begin to create your new reality. I mean, this is going to be a really big month for you. All right. Now, I did a whole video on what you can expect for the next 2 years with Saturn conjunct Neptune as part of the rare grand trine, the prism portal. I'll leave it at the end of this video so you can see, Aries, what you might expect. Okay. Just know this aspect. I mean, this is going to have such significant impact in your life. And if you are a subscriber, you know, I've been saying every month, every week since the moment Saturn and Neptune briefly met last summer, to take inspired action. Put yourself where you want to be by February 2026. Time flies by. Every week I said wax on, wax off, put in the word. At work, I said out with the old, in with the new. Everything's going to change. Saturn makes your dreams reality. Neptune dissolves your old systems, your old structures and patterns. You're entering a new epoch. I mean, this is big. And a lot of y'all had new things happen. Really big new things happen. Okay. Last summer, I launched my website, greatawakener.com, to prepare you for this exact moment because I've seen what's coming the next few years. And you are on the brink of moving into the greatest paradigm shift. Okay. Your reality will shift. Saturn is reality, right? And you're already experiencing change. You're going to be adapting to more change. February also is more than just this conjunction. Okay. In fact, I did a video, the February 2026 astrology overview, where I'll leave that at the end of this video, but I explained I've never seen a month like this February. Okay. And when I say that, I mean where these aspects that are happening throughout the month are suspiciously, perfectly placed throughout the month, as if carefully handpicked and designed, okay? As if something cosmically divine played a role, okay? To prepare you to leave everything behind for your new you. So in February, there's going to be 3 things that are going to stand out, all right? One, we are entering eclipse season. And eclipses bring the unexpected. They're game changers. right? 2, almost all the planetary aspects in February are with Uranus, the planet of the unexpected and change. And number 3, the majority of aspects and alignments in general are with Chiron, the wounded healer, and the North Node. So expect change, expect the unexpected, expect to heal old wounds, and expect to make room for destined life events. Yep. And yeah, there's not everything's on the whiteboard, by the way. And yes, there is more on the back. That's where, yeah, the party's in the back. All right. But we start Sunday, February 1st, with a full moon in Leo. All right. That's 13 degrees. As soon as the month begins. So you're already releasing. Full moons bring completion, turning points. They're emotional, but this is joyful. I like this full moon. It's in Leo. It's not really aspected. And this full moon lets you fully express your authentic self. So this is turning the spotlight on you. Remember, Leo is, loves the stage, loves the spotlight. And we'll talk more about it next week. And that's why we're going to just talk about a couple things here. We'll go more in depth, but Leo is the heart. So there's great passion here too. And you could feel really emotionally moved or feel something really strongly in your relationships with family, with creative projects, the family, children, like romance, all of that. Okay. This is the way you express yourself. You are going to be very expressive. But remember, we're still in Aquarius season 2. We still have 5 planets in Aquarius all week until February 6th. So at the same time, as you know, full moons do reveal, they do illuminate. You got Pluto in Aquarius. You got all those planets in Aquarius. That's truths coming to the surface. So there could be a lot of activity with like your friendships and groups you belong to. There could also be just a lot of energy focused on your future hopes and wishes, long-term goals, long-term dreams. And if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon or for your husband, Ross, it doesn't matter, whoever. Fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius are going to feel this full moon the most. If you have any planets 11 to 15 degrees in any of those signs, yeah, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. I'm also going to throw you in there. I'm going to throw you in there and Sagittarius of the fire signs. Now, the other thing that's happening is Tuesday, February 3rd. This is the day Uranus goes direct at 27 degrees. So Uranus, remember when he moves. You're going to feel this. Uranus, the sky god, the planet of surprises, the unexpected breakthroughs, revelations, shocks to the system, wake-up calls. You're going to feel the ground shake under your Crocs. So this is a reminder for you to shake things up. That's what Uranus wants, to be innovative. This is like the wake-up call. Uranus is, the great awakener as well, because this is going to take you out of your comfort zone. And if you felt that things were a little bit stalled when it came to money, finances, self-worth, self-value, where you felt like maybe things were, you're a little impatient. There was just like, what this is making me feel like things have got to start moving. Well, you're going to love this then, okay? Because Uranus is progress. Uranus is forward momentum. And again, for you particularly, this is your second house. So finances, big deal here, okay? Big deal here. Now, where were we? Friday, February 6th. This is when Mercury moves into Pisces. Yeah, this is going to be here all month. And so Pisces is a little too new age for Mercury, who's super rational, needs facts and logic, right? Because Pisces is that dreamer energy. But it's great. This is the higher mind, it's intuition. So it takes Mercury a little bit of time to fully acclimate. And when he does, he learns to be soulful. Yeah, he's going to play a trumpet. He's compassionate. So I always say Mercury in Pisces is poetry in motion. And for you, I mean, what you do, how do you use this? You write down your daydreams instead of just daydreaming. You turn them into real dreams. You speak your creative ideas into the ether, into existence. You bring empathy into communication. This is your 12th house. The 12th house is a place of like rest and retreat, things happening behind the scenes for you too. But it's also intuition and the subconscious. So you are going to go really deep. This is actually one of your most um intuitive, like really being in touch with your higher mind. Yeah. All right. Now, Sunday, February 8th, you've got Venus square Uranus. Okay. Venus is in Aquarius, right? And Uranus is in Taurus. So this is happening at 27 degrees. This happens twice a year. What is Venus square Uranus? Well, it's breakups, it's breakthroughs, it's shakeups, it's wake up calls, it's surprises, it's the sudden need for freedom over comfort in relationships and finances, creative projects. Remember, Venus in Aquarius craves like mental stimulation. It's all about connecting. It's more about communities and groups. So when this aspect happens, millions of people around the world turn to their partner and say, I think we're better as friends. Yeah, this is that, just like that kind of aspect. Okay. And remember, they're in fixed signs, like they're not budging. So for you, Aries, well, again, this would be your 11th house and your second house. So mm, groups and organizations, money, relationships, all of that. Yeah. But also it's your future hopes and wishes, long-term goals and dreams. This would be your second, 11th. So you could quit social media, you could quit a friendship, whatever it is. There's something here wherever you feel limited. Yeah. But this is a little different, and this is why I'm talking about this square in particular. Remember, there's going to be about 4 squares this month. We're not going to get to all of them. Actually, when we break it down week by week after your spread, I'll talk about another one. But this is a little different because we have mutual reception here. Right. So remember, this is Venus in Aquarius square Uranus and Taurus, right? Venus is Taurus's ruler, Uranus is Aquarius's ruler. So they're hosting each other. So there is a little bit of compromise and cooperation to have a breakthrough together. Yeah. So keep that in mind. And all the Uranus squares, remember, Uranus is Aquarius's ruler. So they may feel like this double bolt of lightning strikes, a bit of breakthrough, maybe a little bit of chaos. Expect the unexpected. Okay. Life is a box of chocolates. And the next thing that's going to happen for you is Tuesday, February 10th. Venus is going to move into Pisces. Here's the thing, you're going to love this because, again, it's soulful. It's like Soul Patch person playing saxophone. Venus is exalted in Pisces. This is great. She's in her chariot. She does her best in Pisces. This drives forth all that compassion and romanticism and empathy and intuition, that boundless, dreamy energy. Yeah. For the entire month. And again, your 12th house. So the 12th house is so spiritual and it's healing. And so this is a great time to just really embrace this energy. Yeah. Especially in relationships and finances as well. But this is great for because it's Venus, right? And so creative projects, it is great for creativity. It's great if you're an artist, a singer, a dancer, poet, flutist, saxophone player, whatever it is. This is inspiration. This is really inspiring. Now, Thursday, February 13th, this is hello, big for you. Saturn moves into your sign. Now, you experienced this briefly from May 24th to September 1st last year. Neptune was there too. Yep. What change did you experience or feel when it came to leadership? What bold new venture did you initiate? You should have redefined your identity, reinvented yourself, because Aries, as you know, is the I am of the zodiac, the emperor in tarot. You became a boss, an authority. You embraced more discipline. You had zero tolerance. You set up meaningful boundaries in your life. This is in your sign. This is all about you and your identity and your personality and your approach to life, your life purpose, right? And so there's also a chance that you took on more responsibility or maybe felt impatient. Yeah, Saturn likes things slow and steady, and you don't. Maybe you felt a little, bossy. That's this energy. Or maybe you felt you learned a lot. Remember, Saturn is karma. So you did the work, Saturn rewarded you, but you have unfinished business because like when we got to the eclipse season last September, and then all the planets started going retrograde and things slowed down for you, Aries. You're gonna love this, okay? You're gonna let you have unfinished business. And if last summer was like the trailer, here's your main feature, okay? Your life lessons. And this is all about you. A lot of you are going to start businesses. A lot of y'all got to just, like, when I say reinvent yourself, this is it, okay? Because remember, it's Saturn and Neptune. We'll talk about that. But this picks right up from last summer until April 2028. And again, Saturn is officially conjunct Neptune. Remember, Neptune's already in your sign as of last month, as of like 3 weeks ago. So you are going to start feeling their energies merge and build up to February 20th. The countdown officially begins. All right. And of course, we'll talk about this more in your weekly forecast. Now, the other thing that's happening is that, February 16th. February 16th to the 22nd. This is going to be the strongest concentration of energy the entire month. All right. So Sunday, you on the February 16th. Oh, can you see that? You have got the Sun square Uranus. Yep. And again, the Sun is in Aquarius, Uranus is in Taurus. Here's the thing about Aquarius energy. I think I told you this. You and Aquarius have a lot of similarities. You love your independence. Now, the Sun square Uranus is going to bring a little bit of restlessness. All right. Because you see that you're already feeling that solar eclipse. Okay. That energy. But this is also just good old fashioned stimulation, right? You're going to be craving this excitement if you're ready to evolve. This is your inner rebel, right? Aquarius is the rebel of the zodiac, but you have that flair too. Your inner rebel wanting to show the world who you are. This is when you become the change. This is having genius breakthroughs. And you also big breakthroughs in money. There could be something here with money, again, finances, maybe something unexpected, but there may also be some shakeups with friendships. It's Aquarius energy. Either way, that same day you got Mercury trine Jupiter. Whoa, right? We didn't see Jupiter at all last month in January. So this is such a sweet surprise. This is really, really nice. And Jupiter is, as you know, exalted in Cancer. It's at 15 degrees. So Jupiter in Cancer is at its degree of exaltation, his strongest point. How crazy is that when you think about, even last year, Jupiter was like in the 20s. He's retrograded all the way back to 15 degrees. So this is just kind of like the pinnacle of, protection that you're going to feel. And it's his perfection. And anyway, this is just these divine downloads that you're going to have Pay attention to your dreams, please. This is Mercury in Pisces, right? And your visions. This is also having just nurturing conversations. Mercury trine Jupiter in Cancer. I mean, this is just so much water energy, so much emotions. This opens your mind. Jupiter expands, fosters your emotional growth. This is wisdom. You're going to have a lot of emphasis on home and family and the foundations of your life. So this is really great. And it's Mercury. So you could hear great news. Yeah. Jupiter's good luck and, good fortune. You could make an exciting announcement. You could have this, it's a great day to have an interview. Yeah. Or job interview or write a memoir or, Mercury is writing. You could come up with a really nice, rap song. It doesn't matter. Just be creative. You're going to be stimulated, but this is also just so emotionally moving. Something this day could really restore your faith into something that has to do with home and family, your loved ones, parents, children, significant other. Yeah. Now, this is happening at the same time, Monday, February 17th, perhaps the most meaningful day of the month. I think a lot of y'all are going to have these big wake up calls, these big moments of clarity. Like you just woke up from a spell with a new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius at 29 degrees, the official day of the year of the fire horse when that begins. Okay. And I talk more about that on Great Awakener, but think about the last 2 weeks of January, all those conjunctions, especially with Pluto, that were happening in your 11th house of your future hopes and wishes and dreams and aspirations and long-term goals and friendships and groups and yeah. Oh, that surge of energy brought you to this moment, which is just another huge radical leap forward. It's at 29 degrees. That's a true ending and beginning. Eclipses bring change, as you know. And this eclipse just happens to square Uranus. So expect change. Okay. This is in your 11th house. This is all about your future. This is you being the change too. This is your reboot. This is a whole new approach, a new beginning, new aspiration for your future. This is going to carry you a whole of year and a half over. Yeah, it's a strong eclipse, a strong eclipse. And yeah, you may feel a little bit of a there's something here with money again, with all these activations in Taurus, right? Your second house. But again, if you're not here for money, it could be just self-worth, self-value, that boost in confidence. Second house is also material possessions, things that you own, things that you value. But this is in Aquarius. You can expect from this moment forward just new friends, new communities, new groups, new audiences. It's a perfect time for social media. It's 11th house. And this is also like a collective awakening. Think about what happened for you, by the way, February 15th, 2018, and the 6 months after that. The last time we had a solar eclipse in Aquarius that was just about at the same degree. Aquarius is revolutionary, by the way. And so, with what's happening around this time, and especially with this eclipse, there is a sense of urgency. There is a sense of now or never. There is this sense of that wake up call that I was talking about that may feel destined because on the same day, you will have Venus conjunct the North Node in Pisces. All right. 8 degrees. Now, eclipses have an element of karma, right? As do the nodes of fate, as does Saturn in your sign. So you see, there is this convergence of fated events that could happen. And this is one of 3 North Node conjunctions that's just evenly, perfectly spread out throughout the month. Remember, Venus is exalted in Pisces. This is deep, this is spiritual. You could receive those downloads. You could have epiphany. Something just clicks about your path forward. It's the North Node. All right. So Again, it is your 12th house. There's something very spiritual, and that could be your calling here too. What can I contribute to the collective? I feel something in my soul, right? This is the day you get the wink from that universe, right? When it comes to it's Venus too, when it comes to love and money and your values and even creativity, you never know what doors can open for you. You could have a sliding doors moment here. This is all about those synchronicities. This is when you truly understand life is a miracle, okay? And you're going to make the most of it and talk about divine timing because Tuesday, February 18th, we move into Pisces season. So, like I said, for you, this is a very spiritual month. I mean, Pisces season is spiritual. It's compassion, it's intuition, it's mystical, it's forgiveness, it's creative and artistic. And like I said, healing. It's your 12th house. And the 12th house is like, like I said, like rest and retreat, right? It's kind of like the Four of Swords. And this is just for the next 4 weeks before we move into your birthday season. Okay. And we've got that 7, 8 planet stellium in your sign around your new moon. Oh, things are going to happen for you, Aries. All right. They already are this month. But anyway, especially after this eclipse, it's very likely you may feel pulled in a certain direction, maybe to a certain group of people you feel naturally, organically connected with, or you'll find ways to heal through your work, through art, or you will heal others. Okay. But you will definitely feel these dates because Thursday, February 20th, the Saturn Neptune conjunction in your sign. This is it, the great reset. And I did say it's called, it's also known as like the great collapse. And that's because Saturn, yeah, can turn your dreams into reality. Neptune will make it feel magical. But if you don't put in the work, if you get lost in Neptune's illusion and fantasy and delusion, Saturn will give you a huge reality check, and Neptune will leave you in his fog. Saturn is boundaries and limitations and structure and reality. Neptune is ideals and faith and fantasy and belief. And, Saturn builds, Neptune dissolves. They're in your sign. You get to decide how they work together. You are the one who says what stays and what goes. Yeah. The old you, the new you. And you're doing everything right when you feel that sense of this divine, heroic commitment. Okay. You earn that title of spiritual warrior, compassionate pioneer, that visionary leader, but you have to be willing to trust in the unknown. Because, like I said, we have never experienced this at 0 degrees. Saturn conjunct Neptune, yeah, that happens every 36 years? But we've never had it 0 degrees. And Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries, that's only happened 6 times in modern human history. Okay. The last time I think was 1700s or something like that. But either way, I'll say just actually one more thing to make this clear, because with this conjunction, consider it like a seed being planted. Yeah. But it's at 0 degrees as this pure potential. Um, this seed being planted for many years to come. Okay. These are 2 outer planets that move slow. So it's a gradual process of a new cycle. But with all the aspects or the eclipse, everything that's happening at this time, yeah, some of y'all may feel impacted right on the day. All right. But once again, think about what happened for you May 24th to September 1st, especially mid July when we had Saturn and Neptune. They were so close to, perfection. They were, I think, 13 degrees apart. Anyway, Saturday, February, we'll talk about it more in your weekly forecast, but, and you can watch a video at the end of this video, but Saturday, February 22nd, that's when we will have Venus trine Jupiter in Cancer, 15 degrees. This is the best, luckiest aspect of the month, one of the entire year. You have an exalted Venus in Pisces trine an exalted Jupiter in Cancer at its degree of exaltation, but also Jupiter rules Pisces. And also, trines are the nature of Jupiter. And also, these are the two benefics, the two brightest planets in the sky. It's a gift from the universe. This is boundless, abundant, optimistic expansion. This is like when you feel you're at one with everything. It is emotionally moving, it's nurturing. This is all about the big picture. You are going to feel that support in relationships and home and family, and this can increase your finances. I mean, Jupiter is profit. You'll definitely feel that spiritual growth, okay? And you could receive all sorts of blessings this day. All right. And for this, it will be the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This and with Mercury trine Jupiter as well. Okay. That feel the Jupiter trines the most. If you have any planets 13 to 17 degrees, any of those signs, yeah. You are gonna feel it. You're really gonna feel it. Now, what else? Oh, I feel like you're going to be launching something new around this time too. We do have that first quarter moon in Gemini on February 24th, but Thursday, February 26th, Mercury will go retrograde in Pisces. Now, again, Mercury is detriment in Pisces. And with just the sheer magnitude of the recent aspects, it does feel a little odd. You can feel a little bit foggy around this time. There can be a little bit of confusion, like what just happened, like with such big aspects, like you are underwater and you're looking up, that kind of right. And of course, it's Mercury retrograde. So everything Mercury retrograde is known for, which is, delays and tech glitches and miscommunication, DMs vanishing into the ether. But Mercury retrograde in Pisces is delving into the subconscious. Your intuition is going to feel mighty. Yeah, you're going to be seeking the meaningful. But remember, Mercury retrograde in general, it's use it. It's a way for you to, re-examine things, revise, review. It brings the past to you. Former, colleagues, lovers, friendships. Yeah, it's also like reunion, reminiscing, right? So just keep that in mind. And then Friday, February 27th, that's yeah, it's going to be a day. We've got the sun conjunct the north node in Pisces, yeah, 9 degrees. And then we also have Mars square Uranus, okay? 27 degrees. So this kind of feels like a test. This is destiny meeting disruption, but this is also your inner spiritual revolution. This is the sun conjunct the north node. This is you feeling like you're walking on water in another dimension, on another planet. You just discovered and realized your path to enlightenment. You know you're right where you need to be, because any of these north node conjunctions, they're naturally going to bring in the south node in Virgo. That's also karmic release, the old you. And Mars square Uranus, yeah, that's you breaking free from any remaining old you shackles, right? But it can be very my way or the highway. Yeah, with Mars square Uranus. So just keep that in mind. Mars is your ruler. Mars is the warrior. He's like a spear, and Uranus can be chaos and breakdowns while Mercury is retrograde. So be very mindful, because this can bring a little bit of impatience and, bear poking. It can be shocks and surprises. Remember, Mars is physicality. So use this aspect, exert energy, go on a spontaneous jog. Yeah. Go to a Clay Aiken concert, whatever. Just channel this energy constructively, creatively, have your personal breakthrough, okay? Without getting an ankle monitor, because the rebel in you will come out. This is a strong aspect. All right. And remember, they're in fixed signs. You got Mars and Aquarius, Uranus and Taurus. There's very little, wiggle room here. So you got to work with this energy. It will be the water signs that feel the sun conjunct the North Node the most, and the fixed signs Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. That feels the Mars square Uranus the most. I am going to throw you in there. Mars is your ruler. Anyway, let's get started. Aries, let's see what's going on for you. All right, for February 2026. Whoa. Brand new era. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. So, Aries. Oh, yeah. How are y'all doing? I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview, Aries. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will. And I love y'all. This is gonna be, yeah. And I do also have the big construction light right in my eyes. So I gotta put my glasses back on, actually. Anyway, Aries, I'm so excited for you. Things are you're gonna feel it from the beginning of the month, especially when Uranus moves. Okay. Okay. What is happening here? What is happening here? You're good. So we gotta talk about something. But wow, look at that. Look at what's going on. All right. So you have the Three of Cups. Listen, you had a lot of just in January, the end of January, there was so much happening for you. And so this is great. It feels like you're coming at the end of something's ending for you. Something you already feel it, something's already happened, but at the same time, there could be something that you're celebrating. It is the Three of Cups. And 3 is a vibration of the Empress. 3 is creation. All right. So moving into this month, there's something with others involved. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be colleagues, but whatever it is, there's enthusiasm behind it. There's excitement behind it. There's a reason to toast. So I really love this for you. It does feel very family, like home related, but either way, this is really great because you got the Lovers in the heart of your spread. This is a monthly forecast. Okay. So the Lovers, the traditional old school interpretation of this card was always about choices. Like, this is you have the choice. You have Archangel Raphael here gifting you all this love, and you see the two people, we'll call them Adam and Eve. It's their choice, right? They get to choose what to do with that love. And one thing I'm going to show you here, because I said this is going to be a very spiritual month for you. Well, you have an archangel in the heart of your spread. You have this divine protection. But you also have, let's call him Adam. Adam's looking over at Eve, and Eve is looking at the archangel. Okay. That's conscious, subconscious, super conscious. That's Trinity at play. Ultimately, it's all about you. This is all about you and what you choose. And this is commitments. This is deepening relationships. It doesn't have to be love. This is clearly, has to do with love, but it doesn't have to be. This is, it can be platonic, it can be work related, but it does seem like you have opportunities this month that feels transcendent, right? Like, all right. Now, interestingly, you have the Three of Pentacles in your challenge area. And so there is a little bit, like I said, with you've got Saturn moving into your sign. You have Neptune in your sign already, but then you've got all this Aquarius energy, right? The first, even before we move into Pisces season, you have those 5 planets. You have a eclipse in Aquarius. Remember, that's all about connecting and being with others. But then you've got Saturn and Neptune in your sign, which is all about you doing your thing. So there's got to be a little bit of compromise with your compromise, right? So this is also, you got these 2 3s here. What did I say? Creation, working with others to build something. And so Saturn moving into your sign, remember, he is the builder. And you've got to be very mindful about what is it that you want to build and who do you want to build that with? All right. there can be some questions, especially when Mercury does go retrograde, where you could possibly reassess some moments. Yeah. And so just follow your path, know what you want, go for it. Okay. There's going to have to be some other people involved here. You see that, right? And the reason why I say bring people in is because it feels like with the Knight of Cups in your crown, which is great, he's on this quest to share his journey with someone else, but he's still alone at this point. Every other card you've gotten, there's multiple people, multiple people, multiple people. And so there is this element of like, there may be a lot happening in your social life, in your work life, in your family life, just a lot of activity. Okay. But there is this sense of maybe you're still on that path. You're used to doing things your way. And maybe this is a month where you really feel immersed with other people along your journey. Okay. And that's what you want anyway. That's what I'm saying. Okay. You're going to feel it in February. You see him extending his cup, like he wants to share his journey. But the Knight of Cups is, the knight in shining armor. He is Pisces, by the way. Remember, you got a lot of activity in Pisces. That is your 12th house. That is that dreamer energy. He is a bit of a dreamer. He's very romantic. So bring it in. Cups are all about love and emotions and feelings. And remember, that's what this month is anyway. Okay. So there may be someone in particular on your mind as well, that there's movement here that you're going to see. And it's great. Now, you also have the devil though. And so remember what I talked about, that last, like, this is it. This is your last glance at your old self, but everything's got to go. This is your brand new era. Everything's got to go. The things that are no longer serving you well, we've got to just, hit the road, Jack. You got the devil here. You got the two people. Yeah. From the Lover's card, chained to the devil here. And the devil card 15, 1 + 5 = 6, right? The Lovers. So there's, again, that's what Saturn conjunct Neptune is going to do. It's going to do like the reality and the illusion and all of that. You're going to see it play out, and we're going to talk more about it when we get there to your weekly forecast. And again, I have the video for you at the end of this video, but really know what you want. There can be a little bit of head in the clouds energy with just all this Piscean energy that you're going to feel, especially with Mercury, which is the mind, and Pisces, which is the higher mind. And so you just got to make that work. You got to merge the two. All right. Your ideals, all of that. But this is in the root of your spread. And so there is a little bit of recognition in terms of, I know what may be holding me back. And it's my responsibility, right? With Saturn in your sign now, to remove all of that, remove those chains that are holding me back. The devil is an energy vampire, so it's draining your energy from something that could just be really just beautiful and profound. And you've got the full blast of the sun here, which is optimism and vitality. So keep that in mind. You also have the 5 of Wands in your future. There may be a little, just, let's call it competitive spirit. Yeah. Remember, this is Aquarius energy. You have an eclipse in Aquarius, the rebel. Yeah. And like I said, you've got some, similar traits as Aquarius, and you've got Saturn and Neptune in your sign as well. And so you see what's happening here. The biggest theme here is maybe you really need to think about who you want on your journey, who you want to partner up with, who you want to work with. It could be something that you're thinking about later, like this it's not working out. You've got all those Uranus squares. Oh, you also have all the, sextiles with Chiron. We'll talk about them when we break it down week by week. Chiron's in your sign. So this, like I said, is a month of healing old wounds. Yeah. But you've really got to face them and let them go. Now let's get to your stuff. Aries, what are you? What a month. What a month. What was I going to say? If you like this reading, be great. If you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on, Aries. This is going to be one of the biggest months of your lifetime. Okay. Of your lifetime. I mean, come on, Saturn conjunct Neptune in your sign, 0 degrees. That's like a clean slate. All right. All right. Let's see what's happening here. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, yeah. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good. How funny that I mentioned you're going through it. This month is gonna feel like the 4 of Swords for you. Well, it's in your final outcome. You do have the Queen of Wands, who is you. Queen of Wands is Aries. So again, go after your passions, go do your thing. And there's a lot of energy you went through. A lot of y'all got new jobs, started your own business, got a lot of recognition, validation, achievements. When you went through Capricorn season, that was your 10th house. 11th house is so social. You're still in it. Aquarius season. But this is the entrepreneur. This is the Queen of Wands. She's epitome of passion here. And so she's very passionate. She's a big leader. People listen to her. And so I really love this for you. There is a lot of romantic energy, by the way. It's almost like that might be a little bit of focus for you, where you want to put some focus in. All right. Because there also could be a little bit of, when you've got the Lovers in the heart of your spread, remember that is just bringing a lot of attention to just one-on-one relationships for a lot of y'all, with the Knight of Cups in your crown as well, and the Devil in the root of your spread. But the Queen of Wands has that type of energy out of all the queens. So just again, your passions, work, even romance could be big themes where you want to find that power within you. All right. 8 of Wands in your external factors area, things are going to move fast for you. Things are going to be happening for you. This is just swift, just movement, action. We even call it arrows of love here, the 8 of Wands. So this is really great. It just feels like there's something landing for you. There's something happening for you. There's something building for you. But this is going to be a month that's not only very spiritual, but just all your passions. I mean, it's all about you. Remember, it's all about you. It's all about what you want. It's all about you connecting with others. It's also you having those movement into March, into April, with this group or just friends or colleagues that you're building something with. All right. Again, you've got to allow yourself to trust the process. You've got to trust your intuition. You got that 7 of Pentacles here. That explains a lot. A lot of you are sitting on the fence at this month, where you're wondering, hey, was this the right thing? Do I feel like that there's still some things that I have to let go? Do I feel like everything that I put my energy into, blood, sweat, tears, heart, and soul, was it worth it? Do I need to go on a whole new path? I mean, you're going to have a lot of big questions come up. You've got Saturn conjunct Neptune in your sign. So take that time for you. Like I said, it's that 4 Swords energy all month. Okay. So I was going to clarify, and the 4 Swords is this rest and retreat, and there's this comfort, and you are protected. You have this guidance. We always forget about the glass stained window. You got people looking over you. You got guides looking over you. You're taken care of. Okay. But this is having stillness of the mind, and you're going to need it with so much activity this month in your sign. I wanted to see that 5 of Wands. Let's see what's going on there. And Queen of Pentacles. All right, that's great. um, mm. You are listen. You get this is just it's it's noise, is what it is. So 5 of Wands. It's a challenge card, but it's like the least challenging of the challenge cards because it's kids. It's kids swinging their wands in the air. They're not even hitting each other. So there's a little bit of ego at play here. Look at what's happening. That would be like a little bit of a test, like where if you're not seeing eye to eye with others, if there is and it feels if it doesn't feel like a one-time thing, it could be something that's been something with someone or your company, your team, whatever it is, there is a sense of like, okay, let's clear the air. This is not worth our time. This is meaningless. There's so many bigger things out there, right? And so you've got that Queen of Pentacles, which is there's your doorway. There is your doorway to you sitting in that throne. She's the richest queen. What did I say? You've got all these, activations with your second house and you can use those aspects to have your breakthroughs. So ultimately, this is all about the actions that you take to get to this point where you're comfortable, where you're taking care of not only yourself, but people within your kingdom, within your world. And there is a sense of fertility and growth here, but there's a sense of, hey, I have the resources to build the world that I want to live in. Remember, this is a month where you're going to start building the dreams that you have, turning them into reality. Yeah. Now let's break it down week by week. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. There just again, it feels like it feels more like family stuff, or even like your significant other. But remember all these your Uranus aspects, all the squares, it's how you use them. And it's also like breakthroughs, right? You having those breakthroughs. Now, the first week of February, we have the full moon in Leo. Yeah. We've talked about that. We talked about Uranus going direct. One thing that I'm just going to bring to your attention is Wednesday, February 4th. We have Venus in Aquarius that's going to sextile Chiron in Aries. And remember, this entire month, there are many sextiles with Chiron in your sign. And so this is diplomacy. Yeah. This even like repairing trust. It's very like sisterhood of the traveling pants. Okay. This is all being so empowered at the end of it all with relationships, with money, with, self-worth. Again, it's Venus, but Venus in Aquarius. So there could be something here with friendships or how you do connect with others. Okay. Every planet that's going to sextile Chiron and Aries in your sign will be in Aquarius. Yeah. And sextiles, remember, windows of opportunities. So, and then Friday, yeah, Mercury will move into Pisces. So let's see what's going on for you for the first week of February. Yeah. That Nine of Swords, that full moon in Leo you have that full moon in Leo that's in your fifth house. And then you also have on February 3rd, Uranus stationing direct. And when you have that so close to each other with Venus sextile Chiron, but in between it, you will have Mercury sextile Chiron in your sign too. And we'll talk about that next week. Right there. Okay. And so, what did I say? There could be some breakups, there could be some breakthroughs, but breakups. That full moon in Leo, remember the end of things, culminations. It's in Leo, your fifth house of love, of relationships, of, true love. So, there may be something that happens that, around that time. It doesn't have to be love. It's also, like I said, it could be creative partners. There could be something here that brought you a lot of joy and pleasure, but like I've got to uh, it doesn't anymore. And you recognize that and you're like, oh no, but it does feel like someone has put you in this position. If it does feel like there may be someone that, you know, it could even be it really does look like something that's going to be like home and family related. There's something there, but you can't discount like friendships as well, with 5 planets in Aquarius in your 11th house of friendships and groups and communities. So just keep that in mind. Remember, all these aspects, all these planets in Aquarius that will sextile Chiron in your sign, that's you doing the healing, but they're sextiles. So there are these opportunities for you to heal sextiles. You have to put in the effort, you have to put in the work, right? In order to have these, abundant opportunities come to fruition. And so definitely don't dwell on things. Take that action. Now, the second week, you do have Venus square Uranus, which is the same thing. It can be like breakups and whatnot. Uranus going direct, that is in Taurus, your second house. So there is an element of like relationships and money already. Tuesday, February 10th, remember Venus is going to be exalted, moving into Pisces. And then of course Saturn moves into your sign. Valentine's Day, February 14th. By the way, just so you know, the moon will be in Capricorn, so it's not exactly like a fun, flirty Valentine's Day. It's more like, what are we? Are we doing this? Like things like, yeah, it's like no nonsense. Like it's all about your long-term plans and commitments, but a lot of it like work related. Okay. The moon will trine Uranus. So there may be some surprises, like the unexpected. Now, let's see what's going on for you the second week. Ooh. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you got the moon. Okay. So you got a lot on your mind. The moon in tarot is attributed to Pisces. Yeah. I remember you're going to have all these North Node conjunctions in Pisces. You have Mercury in Pisces, Venus in Pisces, Sun moving into Pisces. There it is. All right. So that's your 12th house. What did I say? It's a subconscious. What is the moon? It's the subconscious. Like it's your time to really, that's a subconscious here too. You got to bring it into the conscious here. You've got to release what does not serve you well anymore, especially it it may be in your physical world, but there may be something really where you're really going deep here. Okay. And you've got to take that time out to figure out what it is and like work with it instead of, letting it sit there. You have to really unroot whatever it is that may be blocking you. The third week, remember, this is the week. You've got the Sun square Uranus, Mercury trine Jupiter. You've got the new moon solar eclipse. You've got Venus conjunct the North Node. We're moving to Pisces season. Then you've got the Saturn conjunct Neptune. Like, oh, and yeah, and Venus trine Jupiter. Whew. You also have Mars sextile Chiron. We're going to talk about that in your weekly forecast. That one's a big one. Okay. That's you, like, nothing's going to stop you from transforming any old wounds or pain or trauma into just this empowered you. It's like so much healing here, standing up for yourself. Anyway, let's see what's going on for the third week of February. This is, again, like I said, the third week is going to be the most transformative week for you. You have the Saturn Neptune conjunction. That's going to change everything. You have the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius. That's going to change everything. Venus conjunct the North Node. Yeah, there you go. Death, as you know, is all about change. It's closing one chapter, moving into another. How poetic, right? Talk about the alignments here. But I love that. And a lot of this is going to be, you see the sun coming out and the horizon here, but I'm going to show you something. Yeah. You see the two columns in front of the sun, okay? And the death card, where do you see them? You see them here in the moon card too. You're going to have to face some things, yeah? Unroot things to feel empowered. Leave things in the past. Okay? That sun it's rising. It's opportunities. You got the big blast of the sun and the heart of your spread. And so a lot of this is you just when you've got Saturn conjunct Neptune in your sign, yeah, that's what did I say? That's all about you. It's all about you. All right. So this is your big moment moving into your brand new era. This new empowered you. Now let's see what's going on for the last week. Well, Mercury goes retrograde. We have the Sun conjunct the North Node, Mars square Uranus, a couple other things. But let's see what's going on. All right, for you, last week of February. The last day of February, by the way, we will have Mercury conjunct Venus. This is like writing love letters and stuff. This is like very heartfelt. It's really nice. You're gonna love it. Anyway, yeah, you're gonna love it. You have the Nine of Pentacles. So what I love about the Nine of Pentacles is that this is all about self-sufficiency. She has a sense of independence about her. She earned her spot. She worked hard to get where she's at. And this is luxuries. There's this sense of like even indulgence in her luxuries. It's pentacles. It's so it's really, really nice. Again, all this energy in Aquarius, all this energy in your sign that y'all are, it's the two most like independent, doing my own thing, that kind of energy. This is also, the Nine of Pentacles is highly associated with like retirement as well. FYI, but I love it. All right. So you're going to be fine. Look at what the transformation brings you by the end of the month. It seems like the first 2 weeks, yeah, there are some things up here you're gonna have to work with when you've got Mercury moving into Pisces. Everything that is, I talked about the 12th house. Now, one last thing I'm going to say about the 12th house: the lower expression of the 12th house would be like self-sabotage. It would be not facing your fears. It would be isolation of hidden enemies. Yeah. People that you thought were on your side, and you're like, wait, I thought they were on my side. Yeah. Remember, this is you becoming spiritual warrior. All right. It's all about you. Aries, you're actually gonna be good, but you definitely need to take some time out processing things and realizing things and just having moments for yourself. Everything, look, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good. Things are happening for you. This is really ultimately, that's Trinity at play. It's all about you and what you want and what you choose. Okay. Remember, we have the power to choose. Aries, y'all are amazing. Next week, we will go deeper in the aspects. And then tier 3 members, really good and legendary members. You know where to find the link for the second spread. We will look at love. We will look at career. We will look at everything, their biggest message for the month. We'll look at that too. All right. Anyone's welcome to join. Aries, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. I will see you next week. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you.